Hello and welcome. It's your favorite British brown Brawlhalla boy, and today we're gonna get to playing some Brawl. And this video is all about me talking about the kind of secret to improve at Brawl. It's not a secret, and it really is just overlooked. Watching your replays and being in a mindset for improving. Now, these two things sound these two things, right, sound very obvious, and you've probably heard it before. Watch your replays if you want to get better. But okay, I'm going to stress this more than anyone has, right? Okay, I'll explain it in different terms, right? You're when you're trying to get a higher grade at school, right, or get better at school, you revise and you study and you work hard at the areas that you're not strong at. Okay, right? And a lot of people's biggest mistakes is not knowing even what they're weak at, right? And you would make a revision plan if you're trying to get higher grades, okay? And this is the plan you make by watching your replays, right? You don't just watch your replays and show what you need to get better at, okay? You see all your weaknesses and all your strengths, and you put them together, right? So one of my strengths, I would say, is consistency of true combos, right? I land a lot of my true combos that I know very often. I don't often just drop my true combos, right? Or drop my strings. My inputs are quite precise and quite correct, right? But it is someone's weakness. If you drop 2 or 3 D-Light Sares on sword in a row, right? Okay, that is going to be a very big impact on whether you lose the game or not. And that's one of your weaknesses. So what you do is then you don't need to practice that, okay? You don't need to be in the lab practicing your combos, okay? That's not your problem of why you're in the rank. But say you're a player who drops that D-Light Send, that D-Light recovery, that true combo, that true killing combo, that sig true combo consistently, right? Then what you do, okay, is you go into the training lab and practice it. And it will be very frustrating. If you're bad at it, you're bad. And that's why it's frustrating, because you're bad, right? Okay? Because you're not good at it. But that's better than practicing something like neutral game. So for me, right, my neutral game was very weak, right? That is in someone who's never really played a fighter to explain. That is the time in between attacking people when both people are on stage, not hit, and it's the person trying to get the first hit, trying to get the advantage and get the lead. I was terrible at that. It was by far my worst strength. I always landed my true combos. I always got the reads and follow-ups and the strings and the edge guards. I always made it back to stage optimally, right? But my neutral was terrible, right? I would randomly get hit a lot. And the way I did fix this, right? The way I fixed this was focusing solely on it. So I got my weapon, right? When experimental or ranked, even I dropped my rank for this, okay, and I practiced hitting first. I focused so hard, and now it's decent, right? But I focused so hard. See, you can see here that I'm getting hit, and I'm not really getting the hits. But then when I hit him, I'll after a while, you'll see that I always get more hits than they do. But I focused on really getting that first hit, not punishing the whiff, just getting the first hit of a engagement, right? And now it's got a bit better. It's still probably my worst characteristic, but I'm working it. I'm working it, right? It's because of the games I've played in the past. Ooh, and the way their neutral works. Yes, Brawlhalla. There we go. We got the kill. But so that was a really big weakness of mine, and I fixed it up. And there are many different weaknesses you can have, right? I'll go through some that you might know in yourself, right? First of all, tilting, right? Tilting is not something people talk about a lot, but this is a very common weakness to a player. They'll get tilted, and they'll just spam attacks, rush things, not be patient, right? Just nerves in general, like not being patient, being too aggressive, being too passive, dropping combos. I already talked about that, right? Those are all overextending. Overextend is a big one in low ranks. Low rank scythe players will often kill themselves just to get a bit of damage, right? Not knowing their options. Recovering back to stage could be a weakness. Stage control, right? If you're not always at the center of the stage, right? You'll see my gameplay, okay? A lot of the time I will die late, even with my low defense stance, right? Because I am trying to be on the inside of the stage, the furthest away from the kill box, right? Like right now I'm in the center, and I didn't die to that sig, whereas if I was on the edge, I would, right? Ooh. A lot of people's is movement. I've seen a lot of lower ranks who are just terrible at moving around the map, and that can be huge, right? You don't need high speed for good movement, right? You can have low speed and have great movement. Ooh. But movement is about using your options, fast forwarding, dashing efficiently to get around the stage quickly and safely. Is the key thing, right? You know, there's a lot of people who can do the funky tech where you like go up and down, but then they can't actually, you know, move safely, know when to use their dodge, stay out of threat, you know? And that can be someone's weakness can also be finding a kill, right? A lot of people can land a move, maybe like on sword, they can land the sword sideline, but they can't ever land their kill option when they need to. Move selection is another thing that this is probably the biggest cause of rank at a high level is move selection, because you know I can probably perform 99% of no, I can confidently say I can perform 99% of combos that you know pro players can, right? And I would say in an actual like pro match in the grand finals, I would be able to do every input they can. But option selection, move selection, like you knowing when to use what combo is probably one of the most important things. And you know, a lot of the times they'll land the kill because they do the move they're meant to. I'm gonna get sigged here because it's terrace. There it is. Oh, I tried to bait him into thinking I was grabbing the weapon. Okay, he didn't die to that, but we can get the kill. So I've got to focus on getting that elo, you know. I'm chilling in about 1700 right now because it's the start of the season. I haven't been grinding. There we go. See, if I had optimal move selection there, I would have probably chosen to do a down tick to get the kill. But I didn't. I chose that. And yeah, that's GG's. Well played. And we're going to get on to the next game, right? And this is what people don't realize is it's so important to see what is bad about your game, and watching replays is the thing to do. Okay, find what you're bad at, because if you don't know what you're bad at in Brawlhalla, how are you going to get better? What are you going to do to get better, right? And you know that's the thing. If you don't know, yeah, if you don't know what you're bad at, then how are you going to improve as a player, right? We're placing against a level 100 Cashman here, who, okay, it is a good example because I play him quite a lot. He is really good at combos and strings, right? Really great. When he gets you in a string and a combo, he's great at sticking it. He gets as much damage as possible. He's good at reads as well. But from experience of playing him a few times, the way I have the win is his neutral game is not the best, right? He loves to waste his dodge when he doesn't need to, okay? And finding the first hit, he really struggles at, right? He often attacks too much or can't get in range. And that is partly because Caspian is, as a character, has weak neutral game. But, oh. See what I mean? Like, he has a good combo game, but, you know, oh. I thought I wasted my recovery there. I'm glad I still have it. Okay. Okay, we're gonna try and... Oh, there we go. Okay, but after focusing, so he's really good at his combos, landing the follow-up hits, finding kills, but he struggles in neutral. So the way my neutral's not too good either, but the way you can try and beat him, or he would be a high relo if he focused on his neutral game, but he probably focuses a lot on combo game because, you know, it's very good. His read game is very good, and that's the fun part to practice, right? I found it very easy early on to practice the combos because I found it interesting and fun to find new different strings to do. But neutral game, I just find so boring, and I have to really focus when practicing it, and that's probably why it's my worst trait, because I don't like it. But if I want to get better as a player, then I'm gonna have to. Oh, I thought I could get that deal like that. Like, getting the combo isn't the issue, and keeping them kind of in a combo in disadvantage is not the issue to me. It's getting the advantage state in the first place. Not a good example of a player to play against because he's really good at combos and finding the kill. It's just finding the first hit he seems to struggle a lot at. Oh, almost there. We could still snag the win away from him. He's not too far from death. But yeah, that's it really. The rest is going to be gameplay. It's going to be me focusing on what I'm good at, and that I'm good at what I'm bad at, and how I improve as a player, right? How I've improved, there we go, double nair, okay? How I've improved a lot as a player, I think, how I hit 2350 with Giro, like, was, every loss I got, right, or every really tight game, you know, one hit red game, I would watch the replay of, right? And I would pick out 3 moments in the game where I pick out 3 moments in the game where I could have played better, and if it would have given me like the win if I had lost, right? Because a lot of the time you can boil down a game to like 1 or 2 moments, right? Like, oh, you dodge in twice, oh, you dodge in 3 times, like you dodged in 3 times. Oh, it's like, oh, you didn't, you know, read this dodge, you weren't paying attention, you know. It can be broken down really easily into moments, and if we get a loss, I'll do it like really quickly, and the things that could have been done better, you know, like, oh, I overextended here, this, that. Oh, you know, I got hit in neutral here, I spaced incorrectly, you know. And if you break it down into a lot of smaller like parts, it'll be a lot easier than just improving, because, you know, someone who just plays 2,000 hours of the game just grinding over and over again versus someone who plays 400 quality hours of the game focusing and trying to improve instead of just grinding ranked at 3 a.m. like I know all of you goblins definitely do now, right? The person honestly with the less hours trying to improve, trying to get better, trying to kind of see what mistakes they made and, you know, how they can remedy the mistakes, is going to be a better player and get better way quicker, right? I think that I know people with hundreds and hundreds of hours and they've never watched a replay in their life, and that's fine if you're not, because watching replays is boring, right? Okay, it's not fun. If you're playing the game for fun, then, you know, obviously just put the hours in. If you're having fun, keep playing. But if you're trying to get better, improve, you know, get the high rank, then I recommend really watching your replays, studying your gameplay, not just watching, like observing, you know. Don't just passively watch and be like, oh, that can be better, that can be better. Like, not take notes. Well, you know, maybe, you know, take actual notes. That's probably not a bad idea. Do like, you know, see, like right there, I overextended. I threw at him, I didn't have to. Right there, he had dodge and I went for a ground punch. You know, all these things could be improved. Perfect spacing. He has no dodge. Oh, he hasn't now. There you go. I should have said way quicker than that. And all these things can really lead you to be a better player really quickly, and really get you from like, you could go from like low plat, okay, you go from like low gold to like low plat in genuinely like a few days of knowing what you're bad at. Because right now what I'm bad at won't really be as obvious for you guys because I'm less bad at them. That's why I'm a higher elo, right? Or if you're higher than me, then your mistakes are probably even harder to find. But if you, okay, if you're a bad player, or if you're not the best player, you don't have, not the most experienced player, lower elo, then you'll then it'll be easy to find the things you're not very good at, you know. Maybe you spam SIGs, you know, maybe you should use F6. Maybe you don't even know your weapon's true combos, right? So I would recommend, what I have a guide on, I think, every weapon at this point, and I've got like 4 on scythe, like 2 on orb, I've got like greatsword, 2 on greatsword, you know, gaunts, I've got like 3 or 4. Right, I've got guides all over my channel to teach you all the true combos you need, when you should use what move, what moves you should use, okay? And that can honestly be a big help because it makes it more structured. Or if that had hit, I sigged the wrong way. Miss input might have just lost me this game. This guy's really panicking. Or maybe it's a tactic. Wow, it's working, you know. These down six confusing. He has no dodge, no jump. There we go. We secured the game, and that's a perfect ending. We gained a bit of elo. I waffled a bit. I got a bit of good information in, and I'm done. Thank you for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video. Please subscribe. I would really, really love it. Anyway, see ya.